Shalom. First off, I want to start by giving our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakadash. Also want to give a double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this word, and the brothers who teach down with sincerity. How are you? Also want to give a salutation to the elect scattered across the four corners of the earth. This one's just going to be a real quick one. I'm at the plantation in Helivex. This is the third Christmas party we've had. Alright, and I'm sick of this shit. Alright, so I'm gonna do a video on it. I'm being irritated all day. Merry Christmas. Everybody wearing matching ugly Christmas sweaters. Just have Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Do y'all not know that the sword is on its way? Heavy persecution is on its way. That America is about to be bankrupt. All these things about to happen. This place is about to be burnt in fire. And they over here worshiping stupid ass Christmas. Let's go back to the origins of Christmas with Saturnalia. Saturnalia is an ancient Roman festival and holiday in honor of the god Saturn, held on 17th December in the Julius calendar, and later expanded with festivals into 19th December by the 1st century BC. The celebration had been extended until 23 December for a total of 7 days of festivals. Alright, so this is where the origin of Christmas comes from. If you know anything about the god of Saturn, let's look up the god of Saturn. Look at that, he eating a baby. Alright? That's all I wanted. A children's sacrifice. Alright, in Roman mythology, Saturn was the god of major culture, harvest, wealth, time, and liberty. He was associated with the Greek god Cronus and was often depicted in art with a cythers, whatever that is. Saturn was said to have taught his people a Greek culture, including farming, grapes, and making wine. His region was depicted as a golden age of peace. Jupiter, all this weird stuff, man. You know, all these ancient gods go back to Satanism. Alright? And that's all you people doing. Hey, and Constantine was the first one to implement paganism into Christianity, and that's, and to this day people still worship this wicked ass holiday. Alright? And we can go to the scriptures. Amos 5:21. I despise your feast days, and I will not smell your assembly assemblies. Though ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offering, I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts. Right? So these people get together like on Thanksgiving and Christmas and pray over this food. Well, you see what the Lord said. Alright? He hates these days. So I hate them too. Alright, it's another one for when I get when I'm talking about. They hang the oak tree. Let's see. Come on, man. I know what it says. They hang the ornaments on the oak tree. Come on, man. I don't have time like this. This is Satan, bro, because I know I'm accurate enough. Let's just start with they hang the ornaments Jeremiah 10 and 4. Ready? Jeremiah 10 and 4. Oh, I'm on the phone. So we go to Jeremiah. I just got these new headphones, and they work really good, so I can sneak and teach at work without going to the cold ass car. Jeremiah 10 and 4. Alright. They deck, for the customs of the people are vain, for one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the works of the hands of the worksman with the axe. It's talking about them cutting the Christmas tree. They deck it with silver and with gold. That sound familiar? They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. They are upright as the palm tree, but speak not. They must need be born, because they cannot go, but not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. The gods are like hopless. This is the NLT, scarecrows and a cucumber field. They cannot speak, and they need to be carried, because they cannot walk. Do not be afraid of such gods, for they can neither harm you or do you any good. It's talking about Christmas, Saturday. You can't do anything for you. You're just a whole bunch of dumb, bugged out people. That's why the Lord will destroy this place. So, hey, enjoy y'all last Christmas. Like real talk. This will be y'all last Christmas. I guarantee you that. All right. People who worship idols are stupid and foolish. The things they worship are made of wood. That's going down to Jeremiah 10 and 8. All right. See if I can read more. Who would not fear thee, O King of nations? For to thee does is apparent, for as much among all the wise men of the nation are the men kings. Right? Who would not fear the Lord? They don't fear the Habashim and Habashai, right? I'm making this quick because I gotta get back to work real quick. But there's some hardcore Christians here. They just speak about Jesus all day, and I told them about Christmas, and it's like they don't care. They just said joy and walked away. And these people are not true followers of Habashim and Habashai. They're fake Christians, and the Lord's going to destroy them for this crap. All these ornaments and stuff. Matter of fact, hey, check this out. See why I'm so freaking irritated? I'm gonna show you what I gotta walk past. Same thing with Halloween. This Christmas tree stuff right here. No, I ain't gonna record it. Doing too much, but hey, I get the idea. Hopefully this lesson was edifying to the hopeful elect. With that being said, Shalom.
Let us not forget the real reason for the season. Let us not forget that Santa is an anagram for Satan. That's why they say jingle bells, jingle balls. They have the morning star right on top of the tree. The serpent coming down the tree. The torch of Lucifer and Nimrod, the morning star. Nimrod, birthday the December 25th, right? Well, as we all know in this whole awakening process, there's levels to this, right? Like, this is kind of basic level, right? The creme de la creme level of awakeness is religion. Once you understand that all religion is a lie, like Lucifer is Jesus, Nimrod is Lucifer, is Jesus, is the morning star. It tells us in the Bible, I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David and the bright and morning star. He literally says he is the morning star. And you guys do know that Christmas was illegal in the US until 1836. It was considered an ancient pagan holiday. And what a coincidence, 1836, right? What is it, 1848, that separation of church and state happened? What a perfect timing. What a perfect timing to just sneak that December 25th date in there as if we didn't know it was the birthday of Nimrod. Meh.
Come on, man.
Masked over it. Back then, it was Babylon. Today, it's masked with Christ. It's the same exact custom. Same ritual, same custom, same worship. Same exact God. The Christmas tree. Another paganistic custom and ritual that stems all the way back to ancient Babylon. It's the same exact God that worked his way all the way through and made his way all the way up to Christianity. It's the same exact deity. Most Christians don't even know that the Christmas tree is in the Bible. God condemns dealing with the Christmas tree. It's an abomination. He tells you not to deal with it. Any Christian that has read the Bible, the reason you don't know it's in the Bible because you've never read the Bible. Most Christians never read the Bible. Because if they did, they would know they're not supposed to be dealing with a Christmas tree or any other type of tree, putting ornaments and putting presents underneath it. You would know that it was an ancient custom and a heathenistic custom and a paganistic custom and a satanic worship and Luciferian doctrine. Jeremiah 10 and verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. The Christmas tree, now so common among us, was equally common in pagan Rome and pagan Egypt. In Egypt, that tree was the palm tree. In Rome, it was the fir. The palm tree denoting the pagan Messiah as Baal Tamar, the fir referring to him as Baal Berith. The mother of Adonis, the sun god and great mediatorial divinity, was mystically said to have been changed into a tree. So early Rome denoted the palm tree as Baal Tamar and the fir tree as Baal Berith, which when you understand anything about religious origin, you'll know that these are all the same gods. They stem from the same gods back in ancient Babylon, the worship of Nimrod, reincarnated after he died when he was deified by his mother Semiramis. He became known as Baal and then became known as Baal Zebub or Beelzebub. And when you read the Bible, that's the highest ranking demon in the demonic forces. Luke 11 verse 15. But some of them said, he casteth out devils through Beelzebub, the chief of the devils. He's the head chief demon of all the legions underneath him. So when you have this tree in your house, the Christmas tree, you dealing on a high level of satanic worship, whether you know it or not. You dealing directly with Satan himself by participating in that satanic ritual that you do yearly. You conjuring up spirits right there. You conjuring that tree is the direct porthole to Satan himself, the Beelzebub. The Christmas tree, as has been stated, was generally at Rome a different tree, even the fir. But the very same idea as was implied in the palm tree was implied in the Christmas fir. For that covertly symbolized the newborn God as Baal Berith, Lord of the covenant, and thus shadowed forth the perpetuity and everlasting nature of his power. Not that after having fallen before his enemies, he had risen triumphant over them all. Therefore, the 25th of December, the day that was observed at Rome as the day when the victorious God reappeared on earth and held at the Natalis Invictus Solis, the birthday of the unconquered sun. Now the Yule log is the dead stock of Nimrod, deified as the sun god, but cut down by his enemies. The Christmas tree is Nimrod redivivus, the slain god come to life again. So the Yule log is representation of Nimrod being chopped down, his death. Then you put the Yule logs into the fire. Most people don't do that part of the ritual because most of you don't have a fireplace to put it in. If you got money in your own place and an actual fireplace, those are the ones that partake into that ritual. Then after that Yule log gets burnt, then on Christmas Day represents the reincarnation of Nimrod, which is the tree, the Christmas tree with the presents underneath it, because the legend has it that after Nimrod was reincarnated, he'd come in the nighttime and leave presents underneath the tree. So it's a whole ritual that's being done, and you don't have any idea why you're doing it. You're completing a whole satanic ritual, and you have no idea why you're doing it. You're getting socially programmed to partake in this demonic custom, and you have no idea why you're doing it. So the hypnosis starts right after you finish at the end of November. And you get bombarded with all type of Christmas carols and Christmas movies and lights, different colors. And it's very obvious that Christmas has nothing to do with the birth of Christ. Because every store you go to Walmart, Walgreens, all you're going to hear is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. What does that have to do with the birth of Christ? You're going to hear Santa Claus is coming to town. What does that have to do with the birth of Christ? And then on top of that, they mix in a small portion of religious belief just to mask it over and to cause confusion and make some people believe like, okay, you know what? Maybe it does have something to do with Christ. When at all that is a delusion and a disguise to what they have you doing already. They building you up to finish, to complete this ritual at the end of the month. So they start all the way from November with the hypnosis, and you like a walking zombie. They implant it in your mind and working on and sending vibrations and signals into your brain waves, and getting you prepared to participate in this ritual. And everybody gets all hyped up and ramped up to do it, when you don't have any idea you're about to participate in a satanic ritual on a very high level. And Christians talking about they're going to put the Christ back in Christmas. How you going to put the Christ back in Christmas when Christ was never in Christmas? That's another delusion. Have people thinking that they're doing something right. Trying to have people rationalize in their mind for the reason that they're about to go do this ritual. Well, maybe I could just say it's the worship of Christ. No, it's not the worship of Christ. It has nothing to do with Christ, and it's self-evident. When you look on the TV, you're going to see Santa Claus. You're going to see Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You're going to see a snowman. What does any of that have to do with Christ? Like it was mentioned before, Constantine mixed paganism in with Christianity. And eventually paganism overtook the whole doctrine of Christianity. It flooded the Christian doctrine until there was no more remains of the actual origin of the Christian doctrine. That's essentially what happened. And now you left doing satanic worship. That's how clever Satan is. He done slithered his way all the way into Christianity, and nobody would ever take the time to look and say, you know what, let me find you. Everybody looking for Satan somewhere else. Maybe Satan over here. When Satan got his home base and headquarters right in Christianity. He got everybody deceived. Revelations 12 verse 9.